This video is sponsored by individually wrapped Tic Tacs. They don't exist, but yeah, how annoying would that be?
This movie really should have just been called Dun Dun Dun. Also, Americans and Australians spell favour differently. So yeah, this has been really fun when it comes to inputting the tags and all the metadata into this YouTube video. Stephanie, played by Anna Kendrick, is a mummy vlogger who seeks to uncover the truth behind her best friend Emily's sudden disappearance, Emily played by Blake Lively, from their small town. Stephanie is joined by Emily's husband, Sean, Henry Golding, in this stylish thriller, filled with twists and betrayals and secrets and revelations, love and loyalty, murder and revenge. So finally, I can hold my hand on my heart. Wait, which side's the human heart? So finally I can hold my hand on my heart and say that I finally find Anna Kendrick attractive. Like, at the beginning of the movie, she's this very perky and very energetic mom. And at that point I was like, yeah, I can finally see what everyone else sees. But then as the movie unfolds, I think it really starts to show the main flaw of the film in that every single character in this movie is a piece of shit. Like, just a grade A fuckwit that have absolutely no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Now, with Poole directing, a lot of people are assuming that this is a comedy, but that's not actually the case. This is a thriller with a little bit of humour peppered in, but it felt like a 2-hour episode of Law & Order, except I don't really care about who got raped. The other issue is actually the sense of time. Like, you weren't sure whether 6 months had passed or whether it was 6 days. And what that leads to is making the characters come off a lot more unlikable than they should be, depending on how much time has passed, because they do a lot of things in this movie which, like, let's say, like, if your wife went missing and you did what happens in this movie, you're a cataclysmic piece of shit. Performances, though, they were fantastic, with the chemistry between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. It was honestly fantastic. I could actually just watch them talk all day, which I've got to say is probably the biggest strength of the film, in that the first half an hour it felt like it was just them sitting and talking, and I was enthralled the whole time. Also, this was a really stylish movie. Like, costume design, the production design, everything looked on point, especially Blake Lively, who just looked so fucking cool the whole time. Something that really didn't work for me, though, was this exposition heavy scene with Linda Cardellini that was just a little too on the nose and played for laughs a little bit too much. Also, the direction here was just really flat. I heard Poole say that he wanted to make a very Hitchcockian thriller, but it just came across as very TV, and about halfway through the movie I was thinking, like, I wonder if Netflix should have bought this, because outside of the stars, it doesn't really have anything else going for it. The writing was very one note, the direction was definitely one note, and at the end of the film, I was just left thinking, like, what's the message here? What was the point outside of people are cunts? Like, this movie wanted to be Gone Girl, but it just didn't have the nuance, talents, or ingenuity behind it. Henry Golding was so charismatic. I have not seen Crazy Rich Asians yet, but if his screen work doesn't work out, then he definitely has some kind of voice work career, because his voice is so silky smooth. And obviously, there's a lot of chemistry between Henry Golding and Anna Kendrick, because they're both so charismatic that together, if there wasn't any charisma between them, I'll be wondering what the fuck Poole was doing the whole time. This movie has some serious pacing issues, and the amount of reveals that they had just got to the point of being ridiculous. Like, I was actually laughing out loud. And in the third act, they reveal like 100 things, and I was going, oh my god, this is so crazy. But now, I know that this is based on a true story, but just fucking come on. This movie was just very flat, and it didn't really do much for me. So unless you're a huge Anna Kendrick or Blake Lively fan, I wouldn't really recommend it, because it just doesn't really warrant a cinematic experience. Unless, of course, you have heaps of friends who talk about movies on Facebook and ruin them, in which case I really hope you don't. When I say I hope you don't have friends, I mean I hope you don't have friends who ruin movies, not I hope you don't have friends. Unless you talk during movies or use your phone during the movies, in which case I hope you don't have friends. You just don't deserve them. Also, as negative as I am being to Poole, what I really do appreciate is the fact that he does work in heaps of genres. Like Bridesmaids, one of the best comedies of all time. It's certainly one of my favourites. You have The Heat, which is a buddy cop movie. You know, he works within genres, and I really do appreciate the fact that he tried something different. Even though it failed, I do appreciate the fact that he tried. So thank you so much for checking out my review of A Simple Favour. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below, but obviously keep the spoilers down to a minimum. But of course, if you like this review and want to see more, please click share to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye.